to tie tonight is a partridge and orange. This is a 3769.
69?
Yeah, 3769. It's a 2 extra strong wet fly hook.
It's by Allen.
Nope. No, but you can use it. 12s, 14s, 16s.
Okay.
Size 14s and 16s seems to work better for me than 12s. I
Well,
know
about as big as you want to get. Rarely do you have
Yeah.
to go bigger than a 12, ever.
12 seems to scare fish or something. I don't know. The more placid the water is, like on still water lakes and stuff like that, 12 seems to work okay. On moving water with rising fish, go small. 14s and 16s, I'd say. I wouldn't go much smaller than a 16, but size 14, 16. What you're looking for in a wet fly hook, it can be tied on 200Rs, this curved shank hook like this. It can be tied on almost anything. Let's see, an R72, which is a 2 extra long nymph hook. What you're looking for is shank length and hook gape. You want something with a decent hook gape for the shank length that you have. Right now, the hook that's in here right now is a size 12 because it's easier to see. But if I were tying this for myself and for my fishing, it would be a 14. Right, 14, maybe even a 16. Okay. So for this fly, what you're going to need is orange thread. Okay. Okay.
Is this a watch now?
Yeah, this is a watch first, because it's pretty simple. But I sit there and I'll start it. I'll start it right at the head of the hook, right at the eye. And all I'm going to do is run the thread all the way down to a point right between the barb and the point. Okay. And then I'll come back up, all the way back up again. And you can do this with thicker thread to make a thicker body, or if you want to make it tapered, I just go right back down again, almost to the end, come right back up. And that's just to make a slightly tapered body. It's not really that necessary. All the fish needs to see is some color. Okay? Once you build the body up the way you want it, come right to about a hook eye space behind the hook eye. And take your partridge, and you want to size it out. And the size you want, I'm using some sort of the brownish colored one from the middle of the back here. And if you guys don't have it, try to scrounge or...
Actually, can you still use the grayish ones too?
You can use the gray ones also.
The grayish or brown, and I think that's more of a personal color. I don't think the fish make a big difference.
Yeah, I like the brown because it matches better with the orange. Gray I'll probably use with the partridge and yellow, something like that. But and what I'm looking for is a fiber length. That's the length of the hook. That's the length of the hook that goes from the eye to the back of the bend. Okay. Now there's 2 ways to tie this hackle in, this feather in. And I'm going to tie it in by the tip first, and then the second one I'm going to tie it in by the stem. All right. There's 2 ways to tie it in, and both ways work. The factor that determines which way I'm going to wind it is how long this feather is. How long the area is that has the hackle fiber that's the correct length. Now, the feathers on this bird here, most of them are fairly short, and it's better to tie it in by the tip when you have a short feather, because you get a little bit more hackle in there. So when I tie it in by the tip, I strip off the base like that, and I leave a little tip like this that I grab and I strip it backwards like this. All right. I'll hold it back like that, and I'll clip off. If you look at it, you'll see I have a little V notch at the tip there. That's going to be used to hold it there. And I put it underneath the hook eye, come up and catch it, and wrap down to the eye. All right. Next, I'll get my hackle plier because my stem broke off. Okay. Now, my hand's going to be in the way a little bit, but what I'm going to do, if you can see it, is I'll hold it up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the hackle backwards. Try to fold it backwards. Let me get a better grip with this. Up here. Okay, can you see that? You guys see how it folded? Folded just like that. Start it going around. Bring it up, put your finger there. When it comes up again, fold it again. Work it around one more time. And I only put on approximately 2 wraps. Now, one benefit to tying it this way is once you get those wraps on there and you put the thread between the stem and the barbules like that, and you pull this away, the thread doesn't trap any of the hackles in there like that. It just bends away from it. Tying it in by the tip is the easiest way to tie them in. But there is a way that you would use to tie it in by the stem, and that's if you have a long feather. Okay. And once I put a wrap around there, pull that little piece out, I just whip finish it. It's a real quick and easy fly to tie.
That's it?
Yep.
That's it.
Wow.
Now what seems to work in some cases is people will put a ball of peacock pearl
Or hare's ear.
or hare's ear right behind the hackle. And what that does is it allows it to stand up. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. I think they see the orange and the hackles moving around.
So the same guy
One of the keys is don't over hackle this fly.
Yeah.
He said 2 turns. That's maximum.
Really?
1.5 is fine. 1 turn is minimum. 1.5 is fine. 2 is absolutely maximum. You
Okay.
put any more than that, the fly just will not fish well.
Yeah. If you get carried away with it,
Yeah.
and you put too much hackle on there, then it just obscures the whole fly.